good Friday morning and glad you are joining us right now here on 13 Sunrise. Yes, we do have another cold start to the morning, but there is a much needed warm up coming up a little bit. We're going to whip the temperatures in the right direction. There we go.
Better.
We're going to do that.
People are getting tired of this.
Well, we are so glad you're joining us here at 6 o'clock, and we did make it to the end of the week. So that cold, I mean, it has just not let up this week. It seems like from these cold temperatures, add on the snow, add on the accidents that we've had. But we are on our way up, talking about warmer weather.
Yeah, just think about it. 2 days ago, all right, we had 93 school delays, districts. We had wind chills between 13 below and 17 below. So it is better than that. How about that? If that's our baseline, we're doing a lot better. And I think slowly but surely we're going to warm up. It still looks pretty wintry in Carmel this morning as you look live at the Center for Performing Arts and the beautiful skating rink there. Very cloudy overhead right now, but if those clouds break in Indianapolis, we'll watch as those temperatures will go down. In fact, already this morning, that's the case to our west. Look at this, 19 in Muncie, 18 Shelbyville, 16 Kokomo, 15 Indy, but 2 hour west, it is much cooler. In fact, Terre Haute this morning only at 6 degrees where there's a clear sky at the airport. Here as we zoom in, some of you that are seeing this slowly chipping apart of the cloud cover are seeing those temperatures go down. Plainfield, Martinsville, Greencastle at 9, Crawfordsville now at Wabash College, and out by the airport there, which is a little bit more rural, is only at 4 degrees this morning. You factor in the wind, still blowing over some snow on the ground, and it feels like 4 in Indy, in Franklin, in Greenwood, and in Carmel this morning. But it feels like 1 below in Brownsburg and in Avon. So hang in there. It is going to get warmer. Now, the reason that some of these county roads are still slick, I noticed that this morning when I was driving it. Wow, there's a nice patch. Look how cold these road temperatures are. That's indicative of the fact that we just haven't warmed up much. But with high pressure moving in, we're eventually going to get in the 20s today at 29, the 30s tomorrow, and the 40s on Sunday. Much more coming up in a few minutes. But how is the traffic out there this morning, Matt?
So far, so clear. First quiet morning we've had this week because of the clearing of the roads. But like Chuck said, you know, interstates are good. It's the county roads where there are a couple little ice patches and snow patches that you may have to look out for. I've got Brownsburg up for 2 reasons. Number one, as you're getting off the interstate there at 74 and you're getting onto Green Street, here's the off-ramp there. You go left, you head to the movies. If you head right, you head to Kroger. But if you look closely, there are still some ice and snow patches on some of these off-ramps. So other than that, roads are looking pretty good. I also have Brownsburg up because they've got a big game tonight against Hamilton Southeastern. The Royals are going to be taking on the Bulldogs. Good luck to all the athletes tonight.
Thank you, Matt. Your time right now coming up on 6:03. We wanted you to take a look at this video behind us. This is body camera video from Lawrence Police, or this is dash cam video actually, and it shows an attempted arrest that turned into an all-out brawl that has gone viral in some ways outside of a Walmart on Pendleton Pike.
So this morning we know that officer in the video is on administrative leave, and the man you see getting tackled to the ground under arrest but out of jail and no charges filed right now.
Our Anna Chalker has been looking through this video and joins us with the latest on this investigation. A lot of different angles you've seen, right?
There really are, ladies. 5 angles, including the one that we've been showing this morning. This is all from Lawrence Police, and it's showing the moments leading up to that fight, where social media video that was shared earlier this week, it really only showed the fight itself. The first clip that I'm showing you here is from dash cam video from one of the officers' cars. Police say they spotted this white Ford Explorer parking in the emergency fire lane in front of that Walmart on Tuesday. And when you see the man get out of his car and talk with the officers. And now I want to show you a different angle from one of the officers' body cameras where you can hear the moments when this incident escalated.
Let me chill out, bro.
Yeah, you chill out. That's right.
Let me chill out.
Check yourself.
For who?
For yourself.
Yeah, all right. Okay.
Because I'm about to your night up.
After that statement was made by an officer, that's when you see the two and the man hitting each other and then wrestling on the ground. And one of the officers then tased the man when he was on the ground, and he was eventually handcuffed and taken to jail. And court documents say the man threatened to shoot and kill the officers on scene while he was being arrested on the ground. And I want to bring up, ladies, that there are parts of these court documents that we got before the body cam video was released. It doesn't really match up with the timeline of what you've all been seeing in this video here, like what we were showing you where the officer was saying, hey, chill out. That's not listed in the court document. So we're looking through exactly what's matching up, especially with that social media video that was shown earlier throughout the week.
Yeah.
But the prosecutor's office says they're waiting for charges to be filed until the investigation is gone through.
And even in seeing that video the first time, as you mentioned, so many of us saw it on social media first. And the question was, what happened here? What was happening before this? And this does provide some context. So it looks like we'll have more questions to be asking. Thank you, Anna.
Well, right now, the 18-year-old accused of planning a school shooting here in Indiana will stay in jail. A Morgan County judge has denied a bond for Trinity Shockley. In the order, the judge wrote Shockley is a significant threat to the safety of herself and the public. It's been over a week since police arrested Shockley for planning a school shooting at Mooresville High School. Right now, Shockley will have 2 psychological evaluations by the court.
Well, we are learning the death of a man that was found behind a Southside shopping center is now being investigated as a homicide. Police say that on Wednesday, someone discovered Demetrius Starks. He was in a car behind the Greenwood Place shopping center. When Metro Police arrived at the scene, they found Starks shot to death, actually hanging out of the car with the door open. Right now, we are checking with police to see if they have any leads in this case or understand a motive. And as soon as we learn more information about this case, we'll be sure to share it with you on air and online.
6:06 this morning, there's a new reward for information about the disappearance of a 9-year-old boy from Muncie, Indiana.
13 Investigates first broke the story of Hayden Manis, whose family says that they haven't seen him in more than 5 years. Hayden's grandfather and 3 of his aunts told our Bob Siegel the last time that they saw him was Christmas Eve in 2019. After that, Hayden's father, Dustin, stopped bringing him by to visit. Then in 2024, a family member called police asking them to check in on Hayden. Police found Dustin, but not his son.
Investigators say the story Dustin told them about CPS taking Hayden and giving custody to the boy's mother didn't add up. Then last December, Dustin died from an overdose, meaning the man at the center of the police investigation is now gone. Detectives and the prosecutor are not releasing specific details of their ongoing investigation, but they do tell us information they've gathered is disturbing. Now Muncie Crime Stoppers is offering a $1,000 reward for any information that leads to Hayden's whereabouts. Now we have posted how to do that at WTHR.com/13investigates.
This morning, a Marion County judge is temporarily blocking the release of individual abortion records in the state for at least 10 days. Those records have to be released as part of Indiana's near total abortion ban. However, the Department of Health stopped releasing them, they say, due to privacy concerns for the small number of people that are getting abortions in our state. Governor Braun signed an executive order shortly after taking office, ordering the Department of Health to release those records, but 2 doctors have sued to block him.
Well, this morning, a bill that cracks down on immigration here in Indiana is now moving to the Senate. It's House Bill 1531. It passed out of the chamber yesterday with a 64-26 vote. In this bill, counties and local law enforcement cannot restrict the enforcement of federal immigration laws. The bill also gives the Attorney General power to go after local governments for not cooperating with ICE. The governor can also decide to withhold state grants. The bill also creates penalties for employers who hire undocumented immigrants.
Well, lawmakers in the Senate will now be taking up the state's 2-year budget plan. House lawmakers approved their version along party lines. It's a total of $46 million, and it includes 5% spending cuts to almost every state agency. K-12 education would see a 2% yearly increase in funding. The bill also includes some cuts to the state income tax. The tax rate would drop over the next 2 years, according to this, and the income tax deduction would double for low-income seniors. So that's some good news there.
Well, the Pacers were back on the court for the first time last night since the All-Star break, and they welcomed in the Memphis Grizzlies to Gainbridge.
Yeah, the Grizzlies come in with the second best record in the Western Conference, and actually a few Hoosier ties on the roster too. Jaren Jackson and Desmond Bain both played high school ball in Indiana, and big man Zach Edey, who was a two-time National Player of the Year at Purdue. We know that name.
We sure do. Those Indiana connections, not enough to help the Grizz, though. The Pacers start the second half of the season off with a win, 127-113.
And this was cool to see in the stands. Check this out, 100 students from the Boys and Girls Club in Richmond yesterday. They got on a bus. They were there at the game to see their hometown hero, Grizzly star Desmond Bain.
Like, I'm a basketball player, and my goal is to get to his position. So, like, if he can do it, I can do it.
That is true. Don't ever give up on those dreams. So this was the fourth time the club made the trip to Indy, and that's all thanks to the support of donors and Bain himself.
Well, registration is now open for one of the most popular events leading up to the Indianapolis 500.
We're, of course, talking about the Rookie Run. Kids between the ages of 3 and 10 can participate. It's always so much fun. Racers get snacks, water, their own medal at the finish line. So registration for this, for the 2025 Salesforce and JP Morgan Chase 500 Festival Rookie Run, is $10. And you do this online. It includes a shirt and other themed items, and you can do that through May 7th. You can also register in person on the day of the race, May 10th. So just show up that day. We have a link for you to register at WTHR.com.
And more about the month of May. We now know who is performing at this year's Miller Lite Carb Day concert that leads up to the Indy 500. Bret Michaels and the All-American Rejects are co-headlining this one. This concert takes place Friday, May 23rd. It's 6:11. This morning, we are getting an update on the hostage situation between Israel and Hamas. At 6:15, the strong words from the Prime Minister after some hostages were returned.